We're at the newly renovated Ingles rink, and we're joined by Hilary WItt, the head coach of the Yale women's ice hockey team. And you can design a structure, you can look at plans, and then you can execute it. And sitting here, this building seems to be executed flawlessly compared to what the plans were.
It's definitely come a long way. There's been some kinks, but they've been fixed, and it's a great facility, and the timing was great, and we're able to play right away, so it's the biggest part of the renovation. We were a little nervous about the schedule because we didn't have another place to play, so they did a great job, and it's a great facility.
We're sitting here in the weight room that is exclusively, the hockey teams have it to use. What does that mean to the program to have, weights right here and not have to worry about going elsewhere?
It's huge because, having the varsity weight room at a different facility made their scheduling very difficult. We only have one sheet of ice, so, we can only practice here. Some other sports have other facilities they can practice at. So for their time management, for their own convenience, this has been great for them.
Do you remember your first impressions, first reaction when you walked in? I know you've been here the whole time as it's been progressing, but, the first time you walked in and it was, complete and at the phase it is now, and what your thoughts were?
I think as the coach, it's a little, we had a little disadvantage because we've seen the whole process happen. So, when the weight room was done, we saw it, and then we saw the locker room done, the office is done, whereas the kids got to come in and saw it all brand new, and they were ecstatic. So for us, it was a little less exciting to see the final product because we had seen it all along, but for them, it was like Christmas. It was great.
What are you going to look forward to bringing recruits through here?
Just so that they know they have a facility that they can, become the best player they can be. And it's important for kids to know that they have a place to develop and a place where they can be a good hockey player. And they have the facilities to make that happen.
Part of it is function, but another part of this renovation process that I think has been really cool is honoring the history of Yale hockey, both on the men's side and the women's side. And that seems to be something that was taken into large account here, and it looks like it's going to be even great.
Yeah, Yale's is an institution based on tradition. So to keep the tradition and the character of this building, was very important to everybody involved. So it's nice to have a little bit of the old, but it's really nice to have some new parts of the rink.
Coach, one of the things that we've talked about in the past is you are the head coach here at Yale, but you've also been involved coaching in USA Hockey and coaching ECAC teams, and that continues. How important is that to the program?
I think it's important, for recruiting purposes, but I think it's more of a personal growth. I think it's important to be around other coaches of the teams, see what other people do, so that I can bring it back to Yale and be the best I can be for these kids.
Do you find, that the learning continues, and then you learn from maybe other coaches, but also just different types of athletes than the ones who you get at Yale?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're with the national team, those athletes are the best in the world, and it's fun, and you kind of get spoiled when you're with them because they just know so much about the game. You come back to the college game, and it's a little different. You have a lot more teaching to do, and so it's fun to go and coach with those kids, but it's also fun to take back some of the skills they have to the kids we have here.
You have a young team really at the core of this season. What's your thoughts on, talk about a coaching challenge? You've got a lot of young players. Must be exciting at the same time.
It's very exciting, but it's very challenging. You go through a lot of growing pains. We have very few upperclassmen. We have 3 seniors, 4 juniors. So the basis of our team is pretty much young freshmen, sophomores. So it's very challenging in the beginning, and just try to keep their morale up as we get better every day.
And Coach, so we talked last winter and about Mandy Schwartz, and I understand there's a good update to give on her.
Yeah, Mandy's in remission, and we're really excited about that, and she's planning on coming back to school. So, we'll take the hockey part one step at a time, but to get her back in New Haven is going to be a huge lift for everybody here.
Are you proud of the way the community and your team and the Yale athletics as a whole rallied around her?
Yeah, Yale Athletics is great about, being there for people in need. They do it every single day, and when it happens close to home with your own team and you can see everything that everybody does for it, it's just amazing. And, it kind of helps the players that are here get through it, the coaches that are here get through it at the same time. When you're 3,000 miles away and that people, are caring about you and doing everything they can to help you, it's a good morale for Mandy and for people in need.
If you had to sum it all up for someone who wasn't too familiar, how would you describe the Yale hockey program you've got here?
We have a lot of kids who work really hard. They come in every day, they work hard in the weight room, they work hard on the ice, they work hard in the classroom, and that's all we ask for. And their hard work's going to pay off, and we're going to be successful.
All right, well, thanks, Coach, and best of luck this season. We'll be watching.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, that's Hilary WItt, the head coach of Yale women's ice hockey.